Let's play Rebecca Watson's clip here, and we will stop periodically to comment. I'm sure there's a lot of craziness to comment on here. I would, honestly, just my personal preference, I wouldn't be asking her for coffee. Anyway, so
I concur.
Just don't look at her lower teeth, okay?
Oh, hold on, she's quiet. Got to turn her up.
Pre-SGU Fun Times.
Please don't.
Number
Yeah, I was about to say.
15? I don't know. If I seem a bit low energy, it's because this is the 4th time I've tried to make this video. Because
okay,
each
that's
time...
important. This is the 4th time she's tried to make this, okay?
Okay.
The 4th time.
I just give up.
Too bad you should have just given up.
Start talking about DJ Grothy. If you're not caught up on how a bunch of people suspect he's a sociopath because of his monster behavior, you can check out Stephanie Zvan's blog, Almost Diamonds.
So just in case you don't know, DJ Grothy is the president of the James Randi Educational Foundation. And she's basically just accused him out of nowhere that he's a psychopath. Was it a psychopath or sociopath?
Sociopath.
It's all the same. But
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah, I mean,
misogyny.
But I mean, like, I love that she feels that she can make this sort of psychiatric evaluation of a person just based on a blog post.
I read a disparaging blog post. It must be true
That's
because my
airtight
friend
evidence.
wrote it.
Airtight evidence cannot be questioned.
No.
And this is the thing. In many cases, if he said something that's wrong, then you can just debunk it, right? It's no problem. If he's actually said something where you can show he's lying, that's not a problem. But, I mean, to basically sort of pitch this very broad thing that he's a sociopath, why? You know, it doesn't make any sense. You know,
But I mean, because even if he defends himself from it, he's still caught in the position of defending himself from being a sociopath.
Isn't a sociopath someone who's incapable of empathy? Isn't that basically it?
They should just show him Old Yeller, and if he cries, he's not.
Okay.
That's what we got to do. That'll determine once and for all.
Very good post detailing many of his like inane lies over the past few years. Right now, he's blackmailing Pamela Gay into not talking about being groped by Michael Shermer. He has.
That's big red flag number 1. Blackmail is a criminal offence, and she says that he is currently blackmailing someone. She was blackmailing a woman, such that she wouldn't. So Shermer's another big guy in the atheist sort of skeptic type movement, and she's saying that a woman is being blackmailed about
not revealing that she's been groped by him or something, right?
And apparently, you actually look into it a bit more, and it turns out it wasn't a groping; it was apparently an attempted groping, which. That's the bit where I'm sort of struggling with, and apparently DJ Grothy was the one who stopped the attempted groping in some of these whatever, and none of it makes any sense, right?
Why would he stop it if he was such a sociopath? He would just be like, "Yeah, good."
Yeah, he'd be like, "All right."
It wouldn't be an
proceed.
attempt.
Do what
Not
you
only
want with
this-
other people. They are nothing to me.
Yeah, not only this was meant to have happened like in the full light of day. Shermer was apparently, according to these people, going to attempt to grope someone and Grothy stopped them. It just doesn't make any sense. But anyway, none of that really matters. She's made the accusation that Grothy is blackmailing someone.
Well, how can they be back?
Yeah, don't they have evidence for that? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, that
it'd be
would-
very simple.
And not only
here's
that,
the proof.
if she's on here revealing this information, what's the point in the blackmail anyway? Apparently, this is already known.
Yeah, so I don't even understand. That doesn't make any sense.
Let's continue with the madness.
Of course, also blackmailed the vaccine advocacy group Women Thinking. They threatened to not release data that they had spent some considerable amount of time collecting and processing, analyzing, in the hopes of saving lives.
Oh
Stop.
my god.
Wow.
Suck a dick in hell. What the fuck?
He wants people dead.
Yeah.
Wow.
And not only that, right? So the background of this, I roughly know, right? I only sort of tangentially keep up with this, but apparently the James Randi Educational Foundation, going way back, they basically wanted to get some of these people involved in doing something, and so they sort of gave them, a few $1,000 to do a study of some sort, a few questionnaires or something. And it's basically got no value whatsoever. And how does Watson report this? Oh, no, they were trying to stop, was it cancer or whatever they were trying to stop. But
just trying to vaguely save lives.
Save lives. Which, that could mean anything.
This information would have helped. We found our fucking survey team discovered the solution to all the world's problems, and they buried it because they wanted lives destroyed. Sociopaths.
That's like some News at 10 shit right there. Like, is the government trying to destroy, your life? And you're like, oh shit, are they? And it's like, find out if you watch our stupid shit. That's all she does. She's constantly rabble-rousing bullshit like this. I mean, every time it's some sensationalist nonsense about someone supposedly did something. Well, is there any evidence? Oh, well, that's not important.
You've got to look at it, though. I mean, basically the only thing Watson ever did that ever put her on the map was basically making wild accusations that people were misogynists or haters or sociopaths or whatever. I mean, it's basically all she's ever done. If
She's
you
just
take
like a
look
one-woman Spanish Inquisition, just out there like,
You're not a
So,
Christian.
if you take a look at what else she's ever done, she did the naked calendar. That was almost the first thing that she ever did, which was ironically to raise money for the James Randi Educational Foundation. That
was back when she was brainwashed by the patriarchy, though. So
yes,
now she's good. She's been reprogrammed.
Dude, it's like McCarthyism. They see communists everywhere. She basically sees misogyny and shit everywhere. It's like, she joins this foundation when she's supported for years, and it's like, this guy did something that I don't like. He's a misogynist and sociopath now.
And I mean, like, when did we all agree to just write off people who are like, you fucking groped that bitch's tit when you were drunk. Therefore, you have no worth as a human being now. You are cast out into the wastelands to die. The death you deserve.
Arnold Schwarzenegger did it tons of times and got elected governor of a whole state.
I know.
Very true.
No,
he did a passable
that's
enough
not true.
job.
He got elected governator.
The governator.
My movie!
Get down!
Angry because he thought one of them started a Twitter account that he didn't like. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And so in the previous
yeah.
videos, I talk about some of the lies he's told me. Like, the first lie, but then I start talking about it, and it goes on forever, and it's not as entertaining as it is in my head. The short version
I
of the
have
story
examples,
is that
but I'm just going to skip them
They're
because
not
they'd be
entertaining,
boring.
period.
They would bore you if I went into details.
I'd rather watch Paint
Just trust
Dry than
my
this
word.
channel. This is garbage.
he asked me to do a workshop at the first TAM he was running.
Sex, right there. He was asking for sex. If you ask for a workshop, that means you want to fuck right away.
Yes.
Workshops, coffee,
It's all the same.
I'm actually not so sure he's into women, but we'll see.
Workshop on feminism. I told him absolutely not, because I hate workshops. I hate running them. I hate being in them. And also, you can't do a workshop about feminism at a skeptics conference, because the whole point of a workshop is to go home with tools and take action.
Yeah. Okay.
At a skeptic
I mean,
conference,
it's
felt
such
fuck?
delusions of grandeur. I mean, what? This woman has a degree in, I think it's communications, which there's a wonderful Simpsons thing about this. It's called Faith Off, and someone's describing a degree in communications, and it's, the guy eventually confesses, no, it's a phony degree. I've got nothing. Anyway, yeah, the idea that she's going to be equipping anyone to do anything is just bloody crazy.
basic understanding of feminism first. Anyway, long story short, he put me on the schedule for a 2-hour-long workshop and didn't tell me about it. And I found out 2 days prior to TAM, and I had to run around while I was traveling to create 2 hours worth of content for hundreds of people.
So at the rate
luckily
you
the
talk, you
skeptics helped
spewed
me
like
out.
3 or 4 sentences.
She has to keep all the lies in order.
Now, this is going to be the hilarious bit, right? So, having actually bigged up what her important role in all of this was, that she was actually going to make people leave this workshop with life skills, that they could take forward into activism. What do you think that her workshop entailed? You take the most crazy, off-the-wall guess at what she did in her workshop.
I don't know. Did she teach people to make fucking atheist dream catchers?
No, sort of. What's the most crazy kind of dream catcher you can think of?
Oh man, I can't. I don't speak in
Just
riddles.
just hit play. It's bad.
Okay.
And we made angry vaginas out of felt.
Oh my
Because
god.
I was like, you guys, every
now that
What?
that is some life-changing skills.
When
right?
you said crazy dream catcher, that was kind of the first thing that came to mind, but I was like, no way. No
Yeah.
fucking way.
So that was her workshop. We made angry vaginas.
Good.
She's changing the world for
Yeah.
the better.
I feel
Yeah,
like I was wondering what that big shift was a few years back, you know, where the entire culture just changed, and now I know what it was. It was her teaching some people, some women, to make angry vaginas.
It almost, I almost want to call her a troll. I know I do this to G-Man and all the people that are just too ridiculous to be
it's-
real.
Ben,
Then it's
no,
time to just believe in stupidity,
No,
dude.
these
Okay?
people
Yes.
are real.
Like, some people really
yes.
are this dumb. I'm sorry. I know you don't want to believe it, but it's there. It's there to confront.
shop has breakout groups, and we needed to get people into groups anyway to have these discussions. So we're like, it would be really funny if we come up with a really stupid craft for people to do, and that is like the presumed reason why we're breaking them
That's
up
not that
into
you're intellectually
groups.
bankrupt.
I'm like, we should tell them we're gonna have them make angry vagina puppets, because that would be really funny. And it was, and what I realized was even funnier was actually having them make angry vaginas. One person made a labia, which was beautifully constructed. Everyone else made angry vaginas. They were all brilliant, though. And the workshop ended up being a lot of fun. So what the hell do I know? Nothing.
I mean, does this not sound like something that you did in preschool? You know, finger painting or some shit.
You know, like,
Alright.
if a bunch of
Priest-
guys got together and we made some, like, felt penis puppets.
Angry penises.
Women would be like, this is the most juvenile thing I have ever seen. This just proves how stupid men are. But then it's like, we made felt vagina puppets, and they're angry.
I'm empowered.
This is empowering to women. Now we can be as stupid as men are. Woo! I'm sorry, no.
But the point is, the DJ lied about when I called him on it 2 days prior to the
Must have been a
conference. I was like,
sociopath.
Of course.
told you I didn't want to do a workshop. He's like, no, you agreed. I have these emails where you agreed to do the workshop, and you definitely knew about it. I'm like, no. He's like, oh, I'll email you those. I was like, great, yeah, forward me those emails. They never showed up because they don't exist. And I just thought at the time it was a really bizarre thing to lie about until I told this to some friends.
This is the other thing, right? Every time, it can never be a misunderstanding. It has to be a lie. And every time she assumes it's a lie, there are other reasons for which you can actually get your lines crossed, right?
Yeah, it happens to me all the time, just with all the people I deal with, doing the YouTube channel. I mean, shit gets miscommunicated. It happens.
I'm sorry. We do not need logic here. Let's just assume everything someone is doing is for malicious purposes. or intends.
Absolutely. You know,
She basically attributes all the ills that fucking befall her to misogyny.
Like I said, it's like the communism thing. Like everyone in the 50s was a communist, and everyone to her is basically a misogynist.
So maybe she should, take a vacation to Iran or something like that to see what real misogyny is like.
Yeah, it's like, it's like when it's like fucking too cold inside, but it's really cold outside. So you step out for a second, and then you come back inside. It feels nice and warm.
Yeah.
so I mean, this is what gets me. You actually take a look at what misogyny actually means, and it means basically hatred of women. And in this sense, even countries like Iran and Iraq, it's not really a hatred of women that's driving that. I mean, all right, it's pretty two standards, one for men, one for women. That's pretty messed up. But it's not really driven by hatred of women, right? Misogyny really isn't a word these people should be using. And Watson here actually sort of says that, she didn't realize all of these things were misogynist all through her 20s or something. And it's like, how, if someone hates you, you know about it pretty damn soon. Right? How can you actually go through 10 years of your life without realizing that all of these people actually hated women?
Yeah, and that'd be kind of like a fucking black person in the 50s turning 30, growing up in the South, and then turning 30 years old, be like, hey, wait a minute. I'm surrounded by racists.
Dun dun.
Holy shit, I just noticed. I mean, yeah, when there's genuine oppression and hatred, it's not something that you miss. It's not something that you just, I just blithely have ignored this.
No, she cracked it open like the Da Vinci Code. It was cryptography.
Well, so I mean, this is the other crazy thing. Is it's very much like was said that it's communism, but also it's the Emperor's New Clothes, that the misogyny, you have to be a trained feminist to see the misogyny. Right? Not
like
all
how
people can't see the misogyny.
Kind of like Tom Cruise with his Scientology shit.
I just thought the same thing.
It's like when I see an accident, I have to stop because as a Scientologist, I'm the only one who can help.
Yes,
What's it called? Like they're like what like the theta levels or some stupid. I forget.
Thetans.
Oh,
Thetans.
operating thetan.
Yeah, thetans. Yeah, the thetan level.
It's like a Dragon Ball Z thing.
His thetan level is off the charts.
No, stop.
It's over 9,000. Sorry.
He's going into super thetan mode.
Yes.
Friends of mine who worked with him, and everybody had a story about DJ promising to forward them some emails to.
I've yet to hear
Those are
what he
stories
did
for
that was so
another time.
monstrous.
Exactly.
Where's the monster shit? I'm not hearing.
Where's all the evidence? Here's all the emails of people saying this, like they don't exist.
Let me just
And
tell
I'm-
you, Thunderfoot is a monster, and I have heard stories. I will not get into those stories or tell you their source at this time,
Fox News reporting at its finest.
but trust me,
Yes. He's a monster.
Thunderfoot has raped 17 women. I can prove this. I will not
And he
show
does
you the
it,
proof.
and he does it
but
every
it does
day
exist.
before breakfast.
Thunderfoot's all like, oh yes, morning rape.
Yeah.
But you know what you could say? Rapists eat breakfast and Thunderfoot ate breakfast. Is there a connection?
Oh shit. Yeah.
There you go. We just proved it.
You decide.
We done solved the case.
Misogyny is caused by breakfast. We have the proof.
Time when
Put
I
down
don't
those
mind
eggs.
getting other people sued. No, those people won't get sued. They're scared they'll get sued, and that's why they keep their mouths shut. And that's
Oh, here's your explanation there.
it's good enough. For DJ,
Yeah,
I guess.
that's
But it-
right. They only keep quiet because they're afraid of getting sued.
Now
It's
she's
not
doing like
the-
Alex Jones.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Ugh.
all conspiratorial bullshit.
Anyway, he's a crazy monster. So tonight on SU, talking about blonde jeans making you ditzy. Yes, that's the topic of my previous video. I'm cheating. And we're also talking about hurricanes with female names, which is going to be my next video, which will come out tomorrow, I think.
Good lordy, she's a real powerhouse, a tour de force of intellect.
Is that just like so hurricanes having female names? That's just a secret plot of the patriarchy. There.
So I actually read not read the paper. I went to release through the abstract, and it's basically that hurricanes with female names, it turns out, have been more destructive. But they sort of also say that people assume that female hurricanes aren't going to be as bad because of their gender preconceptions, so they don't prepare as much for them.
Well, shouldn't the feminists be happy about that anyway? You know, it's like presumably everyone who dies would just be a misogynist in their mind. So maybe hurricanes are like the solution they're looking for. You know?
Well, I mean, what gets me is like, shouldn't you actually be looking to people who judge how bad a hurricane is based on the meteorological reports rather than its name? People that stupid deserve to be purged from the gene pool.
See?
Don't
you
they,
and the feminists agree. Those people just need to die.
Don't they name the hurricane at its very beginning stages before they can even assess the type of damage that it's going to do?
Yeah,
it alternates man, woman, I think that's how it goes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they all
Yeah,
do.
they do.
In alphabetical order, too, right?
Yes.
Yep, that's true.
Yes.
Tonight's beer, Sam Summer. It's a classic.
I'm surprised she didn't call it Samantha Summer.
That's a good point. Yeah. She's drinking patriarchy beer.
Uh-oh.
She's drinking she's taking a long, hard chuck on the juices of patriarchy. Oh, you can taste the man in this one.
That's awesome.
I think that's it.
Are you done or not?
I've mostly
she's not
been
done
very
talking
busy
yet.
trying to plan to move to San Francisco.
Oh my God! I thought you were done.
It's going to happen
I'm
for
not
sure
surprised
now.
he's moving to San Francisco at all.
Once I'm there, I will have things like a full-time studio set up where I can do videos like this, as well as monthly hangouts and my YouTube
Wait,
videos.
she'll have more
and stuff.
space by moving to the most expensive place
And also
to buy
I'll be able to have
or
on
rent a
guests and
house in
things
the
like that.
U.S. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That literally
So
makes no
I'm
sense.
really
but
looking forward to
okay.
it, you guys. But in the meanwhile, it is a logistical nightmare moving across the country. So I apologize that I continue to be very flaky.
No
and a
problem.
little
Make
bit
as few videos
lazy,
as possible.
which is why I have not responded to many of your messages on Patreon, nor have I done your rewards yet. Gonna get on that this week, I promise. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Jesus.
So she
Wow.
has Patreon patrons, but she's not living up to
What
those.
she said she would do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's so shocking. I can't believe that. Must be some kind of mistake.